Hi, Alan D. So I want to talk about the belief system. We all hold certain types of beliefs, um, ideas, thoughts, kind of concepts we have on life, and you have to be careful with your belief on God. So everyone has like their own view on God. Some people don't believe in God. Some people think that God neglected them. So you have to be careful what you believe in because everyone has like their scope of belief, but it could be that their beliefs don't make any sense whatsoever. Like everyone, I figure, believes that there's higher intelligence than human beings. It's like most people understand the analogy how human beings aren't the highest intelligence in the universe. If we were the highest intelligence, we wouldn't recognize these imperfections that we have and how we get into trouble and how we make mistakes and we have blockages, we have boundaries and all that stuff. So we know the human capacity cannot conceive something that's even higher intelligence because we don't have the intelligence in the first place to know what higher intelligence is. So you have to watch out what you believe is God and what's God and what God is doing because a lot of people they have a tendency to to disbelieve in God because they've been hurt so many times in their life and they went through what you call excessive suffering or excessive pain and excessive fear. So then they think or they believe that if they kind of outcast God that it's going to make their life better. But the problem is not that you have to outcast God, or the solution is not that you have to outcast God, is you have to change your thinking around what this higher intelligence is. So if you've been hurt or if you experience fucked up things in your life, it probably has nothing to do with higher intelligence or, to say the least, the highest intelligence in the universe, because our human capacity doesn't have the intelligence to grasp what that is. So often we're inflicted by other humans, like we're inflicted by our family, our friends, our circle, our society, our nation, our global society, because we're all here on this kind of sphere, on this planet, and we all affect each other a certain way. So it's not because you've been inflicted in certain ways by other humans that the highest intelligence is responsible for that. So you have to be careful to know the difference between human infliction and being inflicted by God Himself. And some people have a concept of God and they believe God's inflicting them, but it's like a kind of voice in their head, or it's a kind of dynamic that they believe they have with God that is not actually God in the first place. It has nothing to do with higher intelligence. Needless to say, the highest intelligence in the universe. So, to say the least, the highest intelligence in the universe always knows what it's doing, or she or he or it, whatever, always knows what it's doing. And the fact is for us as humans, we have to learn to make the right choices and decisions in our life. To say that we're responsible for our actions, we're responsible for our decisions, and we're responsible even for how our life turns out. The thing is that what's sad sometimes is that even though we're responsible for the life we have or how our life turns out, we might not know how to have the life that we want, and we might not know how to have a positive outcome in our life. But you can't get discouraged because we're all learning at the same time, and we could actually rely on that highest intelligence. If you connect with that highest intelligence and you ask it to guide you and to help you, it can guide you and help you. So eventually, you bring yourself to a point where you're able to have more and more of the life that you want, or needless to say, lifetimes, you're able to have more and more of the existence that you want. So you have all your lifetimes, and that's existence altogether. So we grow as we go on, and we learn more as we go on. But it's normal that people always kind of like want their life to change for the better, or they want things to get better. It's normal, but it doesn't mean we're alone. Like, even if you're alone in your place or you go downtown alone, you're never actually alone, because there is that highest intelligence, and that and you have access to that highest intelligence. So, what I was going to say, you could have a concept of God, but your concept of God is a type of lower concept of God that could only be conceived by your human capacity. So then what you have to do is you have to resort to the highest power in the universe, or to say the least, higher intelligence, or the highest intelligence, because your concept of God is something of a human nature. So you have to know the difference. And it's normal that in one lifetime we're not going to get to know what that highest intelligence is, because we don't have the capacity to know it. So don't get discouraged. It's going to get better. And it's true that you can hope for better things, and you can wish for better things, and you can have faith, and there's nothing selfish about that. You can care about other people, you can help other people, you can make the world a better place. And our desires, our spiritual desires, bring us closer to what we want into our life. So it's like you can't go wrong with either yourself, your being, your mind, body, and spirit, or your spiritual desires. And you can't go wrong relying on this highest intelligence that is obviously more intelligent than us. I love you guys. Till next time.